Real Shot Live gets a free coaster.
Who's paying for that, Matt?
You?
Yeah, sucker. Why are you giving away free stuff?
Because you tell me to.
Aren't you the marketing guy?
Yeah. Duh.
We're live now. Good?
Where you have the death wheel.
It's buffering.
All right, I'm looking at it right now, too. All right, I got it pulled up.
There's so many people on there that literally crashed.
Are we ready?
We've been ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, go now. I'm ready.
Okay. All right, well, what's up, everybody? This is Zach here at The Real Shot. We are live with the gentleman from Wisco Bass, a new and up-and-coming Wisconsin-based bass tournament series here. We've got a live Q&A today, as well as a lot of information coming to you guys from these two. They've got a lot in store for us. Again, on the left, we have Brian, owner and CEO of The Real Shot. On the right, we've got Matt Trotz, our marketing manager. And, of course, we've got Kyle on the left, and we've got Brent on the right. I'm going to turn it over to those guys and let them get started, and hope you guys enjoy the show.
What's happening, guys?
Welcome. We're live.
I'm jacked.
I'm super jacked.
I mean, we've been working on this for what, like a month or so now? You guys have been working on it a really long time, but I mean, Matt and I got involved maybe a month or so ago. I'm jacked.
Feels like 3 years.
I'm jacked.
That's how. Actually, it's been 3 years.
It's been in a work.
Really?
It's
been
That's
3 years.
weird. That's a weird segue.
That
Right.
is weird.
We've been racking our brains for probably about 3 years trying to come up with something the state was missing in the tournament world, and we believe we found it.
And we found it.
This is it.
That's
So
awesome.
so introduce it. What do we got going on today?
Well, Wisco Bass. Bass standing for Bass Anglers Singles Series.
That was
This is not a dating site, right?
On
Like, this
accident.
is a bass fishing
No
site.
farmersonly.com
No
here.
farmersonly.com. It's not a singles bass fisherman looking for other bass fishermen. I mean, it could
well.
be.
I mean, if you want,
if you want it to be that way.
Brian could
Next
be available.
business.
Yeah.
All right, we digress.
Next idea. So cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everybody for tuning in so far. We're excited. I mean, there was a little delay, but now we're ready to rock 'em, sock 'em, robot. So
I'm all sweaty from having to try to get that
yeah,
fixed.
dude, you straight.
You know,
hot-
you get like that, Zach, right? All of a sudden, your
Anxieties.
technology thing goes, and then it goes south, and you're like, oh, shit.
Well, the worst feeling is like we have to basically have all this ready to go at a specific time, and then you hit that time, and something goes wrong every single time.
Yeah.
60% of the time, it goes wrong every time.
We're working on some kinks.
Yeah.
But
We're getting there.
we're only getting better. We're only getting better.
It's all good.
Anyway, all right.
All right, back to
I'm
Wisco.
I'm 3 years. That's a long time.
3 years.
You two have been working on this for 3 years,
Yeah, we've been talking concepts,
and you're still friends with him.
Barely, but
I don't even have to pay him.
Nice. Nice.
But
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
truthfully, it's been Brent and I are both very involved in the state, in the sport, and we've kind of seen a need, a want, or something that needed to be changed. You know, you go to any tournament site and you hear, damn partner, or if he would have caught this, or if this would have happened, or if he would have did this, or
Right.
it's always somebody else's
absolutely.
fault. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
So
Of course.
Now there's nobody to blame but yourself.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
You
right.
Blame yourself. So. The concept of singles came up this year, well, which would be last year, about September, October-ish, and we just kind of brainstormed and got input from people around the state, and it kind of grew to what it is.
Where we're
Let's
at.
do it.
Awesome. Now, you guys, you've been involved in tournaments for a really long time, right?
Yeah, I started tournament fishing probably 2001. I actually probably started tournament fishing competitively, where I felt like I could actually catch a
Compete.
limit and compete and do well, and probably 05, 06.
Okay.
So there was some
It
years
takes a
of,
couple years. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's so it's been a while. I started running tournaments, man, probably 07, 08 with a bass club out of Green Bay Bassmasters, and you know, it's just kind of exploded for there. I love it. I love seeing the happy faces. I love seeing everybody's interest in it. The competition. Oddly enough, you get the competition as the tournament director as well.
Right.
Because you can just about everybody that fishes in the area I'm friends with. So, you know, the network of Kyle goes a long way. So I'm friends with a lot of people, and I'm
or
happy.
bad.
Right.
Exactly. Right. Some stay bad, some go bad, and then come back good. So it's
And that's going to hopefully be the draw, is that people know you guys, they recognize you from fishing tournaments against
Right.
you or with you. So now they know that you're legit guys at times, you know, so they're excited to hopefully be in your tournaments with you. So that's That's pretty cool. And what about you, my man? How long you been bass fishing?
Yeah, to piggyback from what Kyle was saying, I started around 06, 07 as far as tournament fishing. Maybe not has had the success as Kyle has had, but he kind of recruited me.
He's not going to fit out the door now.
Is he?
As of late, it's no success.
Isn't it?
Oh wait, I did.
The eye of the
I think
beholder.
we beat him in the Sturgeon Bay Open.
Yeah, check was the same though.
Yeah. And it starts.
That's what it's all about, right?
That's
Right,
it.
That's what it's all about.
And that's what I love about it. It's the competition. It's the razzing. It's the
Absolutely.
you got to have thick skin.
But yeah, Kyle recruited me actually at state level as the secretary a few years ago, and we actually formed not only a friendship but a great working relationship. And I think we both saw in each other the ability to do something like this, something bigger, something different. We work very efficiently, and I think that's really what started it all. And here we are, offering Wisconsin and the neighboring states a whole new platform. Which
I think it's so cool that the Bass, right? The Bass Angler Singles Series. That's just.
It was by accident.
And that's what you were telling me. That's crazy.
We didn't realize it until our first meeting with you, and you said Wisco Bass, and Brent's like, W Bass. Wow.
Yeah, that's
All right.
awesome.
Go with
I
it.
mean that's something.
works.
That's something you would pay some major marketing firm a lot of money to come up with, right?
Right.
I mean, unless you're smarter than me, I guess.
A beer man and a fireman. So
That's awesome.
Oh, there
I
you
think
go.
I think it's perfect.
Nice. So then, so you kind of talked about your background, your experiences, everything like that. So why you mentioned briefly on what you've heard through other tournaments. So it basically led to this. So go on and elaborate why Wisco Bass needs to happen for everybody. I mean, just keep talking about it.
Well, out there right now, there's no trail where it's your decision and your decision only. So you got club fishing where it's, to me, club fishing is supposed to be fun. The competition is secondary to me.
Yep.
But typically you have somebody else with you, and one way or another, you're going to have influence on each other's day, be it good or bad. So you hear the good, you hear the bad, you hear that we had a blast, you hear that this guy cast it over my shoulder. And when you're fishing by yourself,
Losing fish at the net,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
I don't let him net my fish. You hear all that type of stuff.
Right.
And when you fish by yourself, there's nobody to blame. There's nobody else. There's, you have to make your own decisions, and everybody that tournament fishes or in any kind of tournament where it's you yourself,
Right.
be it golf or fishing, you have to make your own decisions, and you have to live with your decisions. So, we just thought that the team thing, there's so many trails out there, there's so many successful trails that there's nobody doing anything singlies. The BFLs, you still have somebody with you. You still have a partner.
Right. Right.
Like it or not, he's still your partner for the day.
Yep.
Yep. So we just saw, being at the state level, I have a blast running the state tournaments, and as does Brent, and you just hear that back and forth all day, where there's a time and a place for that type of format, and there's nobody doing it now. So in the singles, so
Sweet. I mean,
Well, and it's a great opportunity for anglers to kind of prove their right.
Yeah.
Who's the best?
Promote themselves.
Well, promote themselves, but like
Right.
you guys are kind of
Hunt their
who
own
finished
ego.
two or whatever. Well, this is mano y mano.
Right.
You fish. Everybody. I mean, that's awesome.
Right.
kind of gives me chills just thinking about it. Like it's pretty exciting.
Well, you're a
stuff.
competitive guy, right?
Oh,
that's what
all
it's
day,
about.
all day.
Well, hey,
yeah.
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
First or your last.
You first, you're last. And then why people want to fish this tournament? I mean, obviously it's a singles type tournament, and what is the biggest draw to this tournament? I mean, obviously we know as being a partner with this that this is a jump, right? This could potentially be the jump for some people to go to another level. So elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, and when we formed this series and we went out looking for potential sponsors, actually Brian contacted us when he seen our first Facebook post, right?
Within like 30 seconds. I'm serious.
It wasn't long. I
might
called
have
Brent
been-
right away. I'm like, well, we already got one on the hook.
It was literally like
We won this tournament.
the second I saw it, I'm like, I figured it was you, and then I went. I mean, here we go.
So here we go, and the Real Shot is bringing a whole different platform. What we're sitting here doing today, it's all them. What is going to be provided for you at the tournaments is going to be second to none. That's never been done, I don't think, in the state.
Not at this level.
Not
at
I
this
mean,
level.
you're right. State level.
Right, at the
it's
state
never
level.
done.
We're gonna have drones
Oh,
live on the water.
is that true, Zach? There's going to be drones there.
There's going to be drones. At least one.
See,
We like drones.
little known is Zach's actually a pilot.
Yeah.
So
Fun fact.
So legally, you have to be a pilot to fly a
Fly the
drone
drone.
and use the film commercial. You have to have a license,
Yeah,
correct?
so with drones, it's really different. You have to have what's called a Part 107 license, and it's super easy to get apparently. But you basically have to do all
Obviously.
the ground school. You have to do all the ground school though that a normal pilot goes through because you have to learn airspaces and everything. It's kind of complicated. But for me, I have aviation background. I'm not a licensed pilot anymore, but I went through the whole flight school and all that stuff. So
Nice.
that's right up my alley. So definitely a cool deal. But yeah, there's going to be drones. There's going to be guys running around in camera boats. Hopefully we have more than 2 or 3 shooters hopping boat to boat
On the grassy knoll.
on the grassy knoll.
2 or 3 shooters on the grassy
By the time you hear the shot, they're gone.
Cameras.
Your
you mean.
brain is a
shooting cameras.
Whatever's going on up there
I know.
is scary.
Squirrel. Well, I was like,
Scary. God.
I was like, yeah, specify here. People might be like not want to fish this tournament.
Right,
if There's
right.
a lot of shooters.
Too far.
Reel it back in.
Reel back in,
Reel it
literally.
back.
You're right back to it.
So yeah, so drones, camera boats, live weigh-ins,
Yep.
and live interviews in the morning.
Well, lots of straight up media coverage. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of local tournaments that you see the results posted on Facebook or on their website shortly after that. We're going to be live. I mean, we're going to be talking to the winners. We're going to be, in boats, seeing guys set the hook on some of these nice bass. It's going to be pretty cool and exciting. Brian just keeps jacking us up every time. Like, you guys have no idea. No idea.
They don't.
Like,
They have no clue.
No
They have
clue.
no clue what they're in for.
no clue. Especially though, what's the when up in
Sturgeon
Sturgeon
Bay,
Sturgeon Bay? Yeah, I've always wanted to be up there fishing.
Hopefully you don't get baptized that day.
Oh, man.
If you're with me, you won't. In that danger ranger, you might.
Brian says, "You ever gone 70 in a boat?" I'm like, "No."
Well, you're
you
not
will.
gonna.
Yeah, you will. Yeah. So yeah, and we're just and as far as like the potential winnings and all that kind of stuff, it's no different than any other tournament. But it's helped building these guys that have the dreams and aspirations to get to the next level. That's what you guys can help them do, right?
Right, and we wanted to bring this at a price point that guys can afford, which I believe that we did. And the Real Shot really came aboard to take this to the next level.
Yep.
Without the extra entry fee. So, to get all this, the entry fee would have almost been undoable.
Yeah,
Am I not?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking $1,000
Right.
entries.
Well, on most of those tournaments, you don't even get coverage at
Yeah.
all.
Right.
Or they pick their
Yeah,
boys they want.
the guys that
cover.
got wraps, those are the guys that get coverage, right? Not anybody else. So.
And they may be a lousy fisherman, right? Just
Right,
because they
yeah.
have the money to spend on their
Yep,
boat doesn't mean
absolutely.
anything. This literally could be, the next, I don't know, Kevin Van Dam
Could
could
be.
be in Wisconsin.
Well, let's just talk about that media thing once. So I've got a really extensive background in fishing tournaments, and I think it's important for guys to know that from a filming standpoint on the water, that I know that the spot is sacred.
Sacred.
Right? I
Sacred.
get that. It's sacred. That's what you mean. You might have worked 5 years to figure that spot out on the current break or whatever that case may be. So for us, from a media standpoint, it isn't about the spot. It's about the why. The why. Why are you in this general area conceptually, right? And then what are you doing to catch these fish? That's all I care about.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. The Real Shot's a sponsor. We want to sell fishing tackle. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
Right. And the one thing that I want to point out too is being the guy who's going to be primarily shooting everything, we're going to try and stay far away, for the certain shots. We're going to try and make sure that your spots stay your spot. We don't want to be blasting that so-and-so is right here.
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
we
we're
won't
gonna
we
be
won't
taking
do that.
photos
That's not what
with
it's
nothing in the
about.
back.
It's
No,
not about
it's
that.
We're going to be able to hide that stuff though too,
Right.
even if it takes Photoshop.
No,
But
so
we're
I
gonna make
just
sure
think it's important for the guys who want to fish with
Absolutely.
you to realize that I take that. I get it. I take
Right.
it really seriously. This is not a spot giving out type of an environment, right?
No.
We want to talk about fishing tackle. I want to try to sell fishing tackle. I want to help promote the anglers.
Yep.
Right? I mean, that's what we're here for.
Right. Yeah.
If you look at the bodies of water that we chose, it's, to Brian's point, is Green Lake can be kind of small at times. You get a big field of boats on there, and there's really not going to be any secrets on it. If you're on the east end, west end, north end, whatever, we don't care where you're fishing. you know, when we approach you with a boat, we're going to be wanting to know the whys, you know, and just give you a chance as an angler, you know, to promote your sponsors, to promote yourself, to promote whoever you really want, you know, in that time. You know, make it about the anglers.
So before we get into like some dates and the lakes you guys chose, because we want to kind of know why the website is live right now, right?
Yes, it is
It's
live.
live.
It's
Right
live.
now.
So if you guys going to do a little shout out to the website so people know. I mean, sure, they're automatically there already, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, if you guys want, I can take over for just a second here, and I
go
can
for
show
it.
everybody
Go ahead.
everything. So
Such a
let me just get
control
that
freak.
set up real quick for us.
Yeah, I know.
He is, isn't he?
I know. Like,
All right, so I'm going to take this over and pop me up there, and there we go. What we're looking at here is the wiscobass.com. This is going to be our official website for the tournament series. The homepage is going to look a little bit different as the series continues. Once it actually starts, we're going to be adding live stream ability right on the front page. A couple things about prizes, more details about things. But right now, pretty basic layout. You can see
Obviously,
everything.
new footage once we get
Yep.
some footage, right?
There'll be
once we
footage,
get on the
photo
water.
gallery.
oh yeah,
Galleries.
content, just unbelievable.
Yeah, there's going to be a shop on here that you're going to be able to order all your clothes from and everything. I'm actually going to go to the shop first, and you're going to see at the shop, once it loads, this is where you're going to be able to buy all of your, what are we calling this? So like event passes or
It'll be your entry
registration
fees.
You'll be able to purchase everyone individual here just by adding it to the cart. So this is going to be the first stop for you. You can get your membership here, which is required. And then, of course, that Wisco Bass and TRS decal that will be available too.
And
that's
maybe we
also-
should talk about that.
Yeah,
Sorry
go
to
for it.
interrupt you.
No,
No,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
Yep.
You're on it. So
You're on it.
the Wisco Bass Reel Shot logo, the decal, the $10 decal, when you register, you're going to get one decal for your boat. That's going to qualify you for what's the lingo on it, Brian?
The Angler of the Year, right?
The
Angler of the year. The
Real
point.
shot.
Angler of
Angler
the
of the
Year.
Year.
Reel Shot Angler of
Did
the
you come
Year.
up with that on your own?
I did. Real fancy. I spent all my time on what you win when you win that.
Right,
That's
true.
We'll get to that in a little
Right,
bit.
right.
Because you're going to want to know.
But that sticker is going to be on your windshield of your boat. That's going to qualify you to be eligible to win the AOI sponsored by the Reel Shot. The other sticker we're going to do, kind of steal from another tournament series, which is a super great idea for our sponsors, is that the other sticker is $10. It has to be on your tow vehicle at the event. At the end of the event, we're going to pull some boat numbers and give away raffle prizes from our sponsors for if you have the sticker on. If you don't have the sticker on, we're
The
going to
next
draw
guy
another
gets
name or another number. So
Right.
$10 to get you a chance at winning. Some of them are going to be, $200-300 packages. So
Right.
Right. So,
Sorry to interrupt.
no, you're fine. That's awesome.
No,
we got to cover that because I hit that and I was about to say, I don't know if I should explain that or if you guys want
No,
to.
they should
You're
definitely
good.
explain
So,
it, yeah.
So that's awesome. Then once you have all this added to your cart, it's actually right up towards the top right. You'll have, you can't see it because I'm in the way, but there is a item cart. You'll be able to go in there and take care of that through PayPal, which is awesome and secure. Then after that, you're going to want to go to the registration tab.
Was he working for PayPal?
He's
Maybe I am.
very complete.
He's good.
I love
But if you look here, the registration tab is awesome. It gives you a link directly to the rules, which is also up here by the rules and regulations. Down here, it also has a link to the shop if you forget to pay for everything. And then this is the fun part for you to fill out. So this is where all your information is going to go. Anything from your personal information to your boat model length and horsepower rating. The events that you selected, yes, you have to check all of these, even though you purchased the tickets for the other events. Please check those, because this is what we're going to use to fill out our end of the forms. Then all you have to do, too, is check the box that you read the rules and regulations. Please actually read them. It's very important. And then register. It's pretty easy.
So speaking of rules and regulations, you want to cover some of that right now? You've been sitting here. I know you slaved over
yeah,
that.
it's been chomping at
14,
the bit to read
14
them.
pages.
That's it.
Just 14.
And real quick, guys, the rules and rules and regulations are right here on the rules and regulations page. All you have to do is page through them here, and you can see that live on the website right now.
There will be a test after every one.
I've heard Kyle can be a little stickler in the morning on that stuff, so you might want to actually know what the rules are.
Well, I can't imagine. Like there's got to be just rules upon rules because
There has to be rules.
nobody's with these people for the most part.
Right.
That's right.
So go ahead. Let's hear them.
All right, we're going to read line by line now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some more.
I'm out of my energy.
Well, we just
drink.
lost viewers.
Oh, dang it, Kyle. All right. I guess I'll just hit some of the high points is just so you guys know when we talk media that there is a clause in here saying that we can use you and your sponsors promoting Wisco Bass and the Real Shot with our media coverage. We can talk a little bit about that as far as approaching boats on the water. Right now is we'll ask permission if we do need to board your boat or would like to board your boat. Brian, you might have a little more insight on that as far as experience goes.
Well, me as an angler,
Right.
if the camera boat came by, I wanted them on my boat, right? I mean, that's why I was out there. Was I wanted to promote my sponsors, myself, my tack, whatever I was doing, right? So for me, it was always, come here. And then personally, I always fish better, right? When the lights are on,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like you're super focused.
Right.
You just
Friday Night Lights.
like focus, So I mean, I think there's certain guys are going to want that, right? If you're,
Yep.
Again, for me, I'm going to be personally running one of the camera boats. So I've been around fishing my entire life. If you're on a bite, I get it. You know what I mean? I know what signs to look for, when not to look for, when how to get into a spot, if how to get next to the boat if he's coming around the spot, you know what I mean? So we're going to work really, really hard at making sure that we're as minimally intrusive as possible.
Right. So, great. I wanted to cover that. So, age. 16 would be the age.
With parents' permission.
With parental consent, yes. So I know that might have been a question here. This is a Q&A, so
Yep.
16 would be the minimum age. Just going to hit the highlights
Yep.
throughout here. Practice. The day before is official practice. So as far as kill switches go, life preservers, you got to treat that day like a tournament day.
There is no cutoff for practice. You can practice up until dusk the
yes.
night prior of the
Yep.
event.
Yep.
I'm just disagreeing.
Don't sting all your fish. Right. Boat numbers. So at each event, registration and boat numbers, if you're following along, maybe you're not, you'll register at each event and get your boat number. So we know you're there. Even though you signed up, we got to know you're actually physically there the morning of. So we'll give you your boat number there. And boat numbers, Kyle.
This is the kicker. As you register for all events, we have 4 guys already registered today for all 5 events. So them 4 guys, we got to go back and look at the timestamps, are going to be boats 1 through 4 for every event. So as you sign up is what your boat number is going to be.
As long as you register for all 5.
Nope. If you register for just the Winnicott event, the first one, and nothing else, how you register timestamped is going to be where you are
for that tournament.
For that
Oh,
event.
okay, cool.
So
Yep.
sequential.
So the guys that want to be last boat, that strategically want to be the last boat, are going to want to wait, and
Gotcha.
the guys that want to care about boat number and want to be a high boat draw at each event, your chance is now to sign up early and sign up for all 5. You'll be guaranteed that boat number for the whole season, minus the invitational.
How does that work for, is there a deadline before, or is it like the day before, or how does that work for deadline on when you can sign up for the tournament?
7 days prior, we will shut off registration for each event.
Okay.
So if the event's on Sunday, the Sunday prior, it will be shut off at midnight. No more registration.
No more registrations.
Yep.
So there will be no paint at the ramp. You have to commit by Sunday. You can't watch the weather and go check your fish. If they're not there, you're not fishing.
Right. Cool.
Pretty simple, right?
Yep.
Safety. Safety's a big thing. Like any tournament, safe boat driving. Wear your life preservers, kill switches. Any rule violation that way with the DNR, unfortunately, will be a disqualification. So be courteous, especially no wakes. I mean, we're not going to continue to go over this because it's
Right. The details of
the
it
details are in here, but
And if
just
people
like
have
anything.
questions, they should just ask. You got the
Oh.
guys with the answers right
Yeah,
here.
right here,
So
right
if you
now.
got questions, just
Yep. Hey,
Zach's monitoring the
quick,
chat. And
Real quick, what was the date for Little Sturgeon Bay? Because it is showing on the website. I think maybe I had the wrong date in there. They're saying that it shows Tuesday, July 2nd.
Yeah, that's
What is
definitely
supposed
not
to
it.
be?
That is definitely the wrong date.
Okay.
definitely wrong.
I said that I'd fix it.
It's June 2nd.
June 2nd. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. June and
You're a
July.
whole month off.
Perfect.
The bite would have been over with by then.
It really
Yeah.
would have
It
been.
wouldn't even, not even one fish would be in the water anymore. But yeah, we'll get that fixed, everybody.
Plus, they would have had
that's
nobody
watching. Thank you for
sign up
catching
because
that.
they would have been
I can't
busy
believe
for 4th of July.
I can't believe we didn't catch that prior. So thank
no
you.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. No,
Perfect.
Yeah, and if you guys watching have any questions, feel free to chat in with Zach, and we'll get any questions you have answered.
yeah, grill these guys.
Yeah.
Put them on the spot.
Bring it on.
They're in a hot seat for a reason.
No live bait.
No live bait. Brian's out.
And I'm out.
Folger's can full of night crawlers. It's the best, right?
Luckily enough, TRS sells artificial baits as
A
well.
lot of them.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. A-rigs, Kyle.
Chuck 'em. I want to see the chandeliers a flying. People that know me, that know how I like to fish, I'm a huge fan of the A-rig. It's a legal bait. As long as it's legal in the state, we're gonna allow it.
What makes that legal? Because I know that thing could potentially have more than one hook on it, right?
As long as it has 3 hooks,
Yep.
No more than 3. That's
no
it.
more than 3.
Yep. Okay.
You can run dummies, they just can't have a hook and a barb. So you can cut the hook off at the shank and have a dummy. You run them however you want as long as there's only 3 hooks.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, so I do have some real quick questions for you guys. They're kind of flooding in. So we've got, first of all, Dan McAllister would like to know, Brent, will you be weighing in with or without a shirt on?
I'm glad that was for him.
I don't know if I want to know the backstory on
I
that.
don't know. I don't know either.
Well, it's, we won't get into McAllister.
Yeah, let's.
He likes to see guys, and it gets weird at times.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
I'll have a shirt on.
Okay,
What else
cool.
you got?
So do we need to pay for entry fees in full to secure a boat number?
No, you do not.
Okay.
You need to pay for whatever events you want to fish. If you only want to fish 3 and you want to pay for all 3 now, how you are at each event registered is where you will fall for a boat number.
Right.
Awesome. The next one would be, what kind of payouts are we looking at?
Our goal is to have 100% payout and cash and prizes for each event, and it's looking very, very positive that it's going to be that. We got some great sponsors.
Awesome. Can we fish with another person on the official practice day?
Yes.
Awesome. What is the angler cutoff limit? If there is one?
Every permit we have right now is pulled for 75,
Okay.
with option to extend if we need to. Some of these events I'm fully expecting to have to call the DNR and get them extended. So
For sure. And then I know Tim Meyer asked A-rigs if they're allowed, so that's a yes.
Timmy. Yes.
We've got George Eastman says, I'm late. Fee? ? I think I can answer that. George, if you go over to wiscobass.com, go to the shop, all of the information that you have to pay is all right there in the shop. Let's see.
Nice job, Zach.
What was the question actually? Was it late fee or entry fee?
He said
he was late.
He's late
just
to tuning
fee
in.
question mark.
Oh.
So
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
so I
you're
think
good.
that answers that.
And we even started late.
I know, right?
George is always late. He's always second to the party.
Hey, he's here. That's all that matters.
Yeah, thanks, George.
Hey, George. Sorry.
No, we're good. Let's see here. Is there a refund if you sign up and end up not being able to make it? I think, wasn't that
Yes.
7 days prior?
7 days.
7 days prior. We'll obviously work with family emergency type things, but we want guys to commit 7 days.
So I got a question before you go on. What about? It sounds silly to ask, but what about like weather delays or anything like that? I mean, how does that work?
The Real Shot sells rain gear.
I mean, they're on no matter what. Is it
No.
is it like some things like if there's lightning and thunder, then the tournament don't happen? Or I'm
Safety
asking
is-
as a general question.
Safety is definitely number one. If it's bad weather, be it storms, lightning,
Wind.
high winds for
Okay.
the Sturgeon Bay tournament, obviously. In lacrosse, you could have high water, low water.
Yep.
There's a lot of concerns out there. We'll monitor it the weeks prior to the event. With this access that we have with this, the webcast and everything else, if there's something going on, everybody is going to be notified.
That's cool.
This is one reason why on the webs when you're registering, it's very, very key to enter your cell phone number and not your home phone number, because whatever number you put in on your registration is the number I'm going to call or text, or the email address that
Perfect.
goes to your phone. We need to know that number, that email address, so the morning of the event, the night before, if we would have to cancel
Yep.
or need to get a hold of you for some reason, We can. You would be shocked the amount of people that put down their home phone number.
Who even has home phone numbers
Yeah, right, I
anymore?
don't
Like
have a phone.
landlines? Is that
At
even
the
a thing?
State tournament this last year, I called the phone number at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Dude's wife answers.
Oh.
I bet he got yelled at.
Yeah. Oh, yikes.
Because I got yelled at.
So remember that. Put down your cell phones.
The number of the cellular device you carry with you.
Wow.
Unless you're Barry Radke and you don't have a cell phone.
How do you contact that guy then?
Smoke
Passenger
signals.
pigeon or something? Throw it out there.
Nice.
Awesome. We've got another one here. Boat restrictions. Nick Carter asks, what are the restrictions? Do you need a certain horsepower? No tillers? ? No jet drives, etc.
Perfect. I'm right on that.
He's on that page.
Wow. I bet you he's following along on the rules. That guy.
Yeah,
Nick's a smart guy. He
Yeah,
probably
I
is.
bet you he's following along.
He's on page 9. Go
So, 250 maximum horsepower, and that's just set by insurance. The insurance that we have on these events, they don't allow anything over a 250 horsepower boat. Boats do need to be 16 foot or bigger with a working live well, obviously. So, pretty typical as far as tournaments go from around the region.
Then he asked about
Horsepower.
what? Jet power?
Jet power.
Jet drives.
Yeah, jet boats.
Jet drives are legal.
I believe they are.
I don't even know what that is.
We'll fill you in later.
There's no prop. It's just like a jet
They
ski.
take up a lot less water, so you can get super shallow. Or if you're going somewhere that's really rocky, you don't chew up your prop.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you, man, you're gonna blow your mind.
I'm just.
I've been telling you.
It's like a fan boat. Can you fish with a fan boat? I mean, if you wanted to. Like
Sure.
I can get super shallow water with one of those.
All right, we have a couple more questions here. Is there a cutoff for pre-practice?
There is not. Dusk the night prior to the event. All of our events are on Sundays. So Saturday night at dusk is your cutoff.
Awesome. And then as far as boundaries for Sturgeon Bay.
This is a good topic. I have, when I sent the permit in September for this event, I put in for the variance to have the whole system open. The DNR has in their rules that they allow it one event per season on the body of water. I have not heard if I got that yet. Typically, it's the county you launch out of. So if we do not get the whole system opened up, we will be in Door County waters. The goal, the hope is to have the whole system. You'll be able to run to
Well, while we're talking
Gills
about
Rock down to Green Bay.
tournaments, why don't we go through the list, right? Let's just start at
Yep.
the top of the
Yep.
schedule and just work our way through
Yeah.
the schedule.
Yep.
Unless you had more on the rules.
I think we're pretty much done. I'm just
Do
flipping
you have
through.
any other questions on your end?
Just, it looks like 2 more we've got here. Will you vary the lake selection from year to year?
Yes.
More than likely. We'll kind of get into that when we get to our expansion in 2020 potentially. You know what our vision of Wisco is in the future. So
For sure. And then the last question we had, I think, was answered by the last answer, was, is Lake Michigan open during the June event, or is the DNR going to keep us in the community hole?
no matter what, Lake Michigan will be off limits.
Okay.
And that will just be because of weather. Any kind of wind on Lake Michigan, I'm going to make that off limits. You know, we're going to make that off limits just because of safety. The bay system will be open if allowed.
Perfect.
And there's a lot of community holes.
Awesome. All right, that's everything for questions for now. So I think
Okay.
we're good to
I'll
talk
just
about
add,
the events themselves.
just so people know, keep them coming.
Yeah,
right?
keep
Just 'em
asking.
coming.
Keep
Thanks for all
asking.
those questions, and thanks for everybody tuning in so far.
Yep.
Our schedule. The reason why we went with the schedule we did, to be honest, it's the lakes around the state that get the draws. You know, it's obvious the lakes everybody wants to fish. Anybody that follows Angler's Choice the last 4 or 5 years, you're seeing it grow substantially year over year. And, you know, it's all lakes that I love to fish. It's all lakes that everybody that loves to bass fish in Northeast Wisconsin loves to fish. May 5th, Winneconne. It's the best time of year to be on the Winnebago system. We're launching out of Winneconne. So the river will be a play, the lake will play, the Fox River, everything is there.
Not to mention it's opening weekend.
I was gonna say.
It is opening weekend. Sorry, Travis. I mean, Travis Manson yelled at me because I put a tournament on opening weekend in Sturgeon Bay, or in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, yeah.
T-Speed. Sorry. June 2nd. Who does not want to go to Sturgeon Bay on June 2nd?
I guess I want to now.
Yeah, you want to. You want to.
I was like fishing in an aquarium.
I
so.
might not film that day and just fish.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm gonna
guys.
be a bride's
boat didn't work. I just happened to be on Larson's Reef.
I will be
I don't know what happened.
Good luck, Zach. You have the whole tournament to yourself.
We're launching
Figure it
that one
out.
out of Little Sturgeon. Some people have asked why not downtown Sturgeon Bay, and the answer is with it being singles, Sturgeon Bay, the downtown, there's nowhere to park boats. There's Little Sturgeon gives us the opportunity to tie off the docks at Wave Point and make it easier for the singles format. June 16th, another awesome lake, Green Lake. Been getting huge draws year over year. Giant bags come out of there in the spring and summer. I think last year, wasn't it 24 pounds or something of all largemouth won. So it's just an awesome fishery. Another clear water showcase of Wisconsin. August 18th, everybody got to go to Jason Yeager's water. Shawano Lake. Shawano Lake is Shawano Lake. It can be fickle at times, and it can put out some giant bags. And it's a love-hate relationship for me, so usually it's a hate.
But it gets good boat draws.
But we get boat draws on it. So our club, Great Lakes Bass Anglers, 2 years ago, actually it's our biggest draw ever was 24 boats and
for a club
16 non-boaters for a club.
For a club tournament, that's pretty good.
And we fished the bay, Sturgeon Bay every year.
Right,
Green Lake every year. That was our best draw. So Shawano Lake is definitely needs to be on a schedule. September 8th, Madison Chain, another great body of water. It kind of fills the itch for the guys in the southern part of the state. And the eastern part, it's kind of a centrally located drive for everybody. Great fishery. And then October 13th is the Invitational in La Crosse. Again, who doesn't want to fish La Crosse in October?
So let's talk about the Invitational.
Let's.
So 5 events, regular season events, and then we got our Invitational. You must fish or pay for all 5 to get invited. Otherwise, you don't get invited. You get invited.
Is there an
Can't
entry
win
fee
anymore.
for the Invitational?
Zero.
None.
Isn't that awesome?
Nothing.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
How many
think
tournaments
it is.
have you fished in your career that had 0 entry fee?
Never. I mean, really, up until MLF this year, with the no entry fee thing, it almost never happened ever in any circuit, even the elites or any of that stuff. It never happened.
So you got invited, but you still had to pay to fish it? Is that
Well,
what
they were. This is different. This is invitational. In the past, it's always been a championship.
Oh,
we had to
okay.
pay because that's where the
Okay.
payouts came from.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's the city of La Crosse is going to be awesome to us. They're in conversation with Jeremiah Burrish right now about doing some cool things, and Clinton Street 7, 8, 9. You got one up, one down from Pool 8, and should be some awesome fishing for our invitational.
So I talked about the pay or fish. Unfortunately, if you don't fish them all, you're not eligible for the points, Angler to Your Points series. If you want to be invited to the invitational, you do have to pay or fish them all. But I think you want to be in the point system, don't you?
you do want to be in the point
I
system.
think you want to be in the point
Yes, you
system.
do.
If you're fishing this trailer, you're going to want to be in the
You're
points.
going to
You
want
want
to
to
be.
be in the
Yes.
point system. You guys want to talk about the points first, or you just want me to go right into it?
I think we can.
I think
What?
we'll go into it.
Ta-
I think we
Well, talk about how
Talk
you win.
points
Why don't you
first.
talk
Yeah,
about
talk
how you
points
win
first.
How the point system
Sure.
work.
So we're. Well,
I put you on the spot.
yeah, you really did.
I'm
So
sorry.
Point system is a point system. Every event, we're trying to get something different with a point system. We're not trying to have the same old winner gets 100 points, second gets 99, third gets 98, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to make it somewhat unique and keep it close for everybody to stay excited for it, to stay in tuned and
I
have
want
it.
them duking it out in that 5th tournament.
After the third
Right.
tournament, we don't want 25 people to be out of it.
Right.
Or a percentage of the field to be out of it. We want, you look at the Elite Series, Bassmaster Elite Series over the last 5 years, it's come down to almost the last tournament of the year, where somebody had a chance to take over. So, the point system itself, the structure, we're not 100% set on. Brent and I have a lot of discussions about things, and sometimes we go backwards, but we will have it. It will be posted out. We will talk about it. But
we're trying to format it so the guy maybe who does do not so good in one tournament still has a chance to come back.
Right. I think it's awesome.
So we're trying to tighten the points up and figure out the perfect formula for that. So when we have those details, we'll have them up on the website.
Very cool. All right, well, let's talk about what happens when you win that, right?
Right.
Obviously, there's a winner of every tournament. They're going to get your payout scale, right? So what we cooked up is I wanted to come up with a way to, I mean, obviously the Real Shot's making a huge investment in Wisco Bass. On the flip side, we're making a huge investment internally into bass product and trying to, obviously, lure more anglers to shop with us, right? So what we're doing with the Angler of the Year, the TRS Angler of the Year award, is we are going to partner with whoever wins that award, right, for a prize up to $6,000, right? So when I say up to $6,000, what I mean is if your aspirations, and we've talked about this a lot, there's certain guys that are going to fish the circuit that want to stay in the state. They just want to be the best stick in the state, and that's awesome, right? Mm-hmm. There's certain guys in the circuit that might want to make that jump to one of the, to the Opens or the Costas or some other
the next
circuit,
level.
whatever the next level for them may be. We're going to sponsor you based on what your level, what you want to go to, up to $6,000. So if you want to go fish one of those other high-end circuits, we're paying you're sponsored by the Real Shot in 2020 to go fish those circuits, right? If you want to fish Wisco next the 2020, we're paying your entry fees for Wisco, right? So that's it. I mean, I don't know what you think, but I think that's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty
If we saw
awesome.
fish it.
It really is. Looking at your total investment throughout the year, what other series offers that opportunity? And really, it's about opportunities, and that's what's awesome about the Real Shot is they're giving anglers the opportunity to make themselves better, and we're pretty proud.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's, when we talked for the first time, when Brent and I came down here to discuss,
I thought I was nuts.
everything.
I'm sure.
No, we were kind of blown away by some of the things you were offering to bring to the table, and that created more of a vision, and kind of Brent and I just brainstormed around more things to do, and as we went on to create this came of it, us being here.
Right.
We talked about let's launch it live, let's launch the website live, let's do it all live.
Yep.
And without you guys, we wouldn't have that ability to do that type of stuff. I'd be on Facebook yelling at it, trying to figure out how to post it.
I'm personally really excited about that, right? As a guy who grew up fishing local tournaments, worked my way in, I was always on the walleye side of the world. I've recently converted, right?
Finally.
We'll get into that a whole different day. But I think it's just awesome to be able to try to see somebody else make that jump, if they want to make that jump, right? I mean, I'm not against anybody that wants to fish locally in the state, but if you're following professional bass fishing right now, it's pretty exciting times to be in that realm, in that world, right? So if you've got the opportunity to fish 5 local events and make that jump, right? That's a pretty awesome opportunity.
Well, on top of that, we're going to help build that brand for that. person,
Absolutely.
too. Yep. I mean, you're going to
along with that $6,000 is obviously entry fees. There's tons of tier swag with that. There's product discounts built into that. There's all sorts of media coverage built into that. I mean, you're going to see what we do with Wisco Bass this year. In 2020, we're going to do for Wisco Bass and for you personally.
For you,
whoever wins that tournament, right? So that's obviously a big deal.
Yeah, that's
another cool thing we didn't mention yet was, we're going to do a webcast after the event.
Yep.
After each event here live in the studio, and the winner of each event is going to come to the studio and talk about their day,
spill
about their
their
sponsors.
guts, man. Yeah, they're
Good luck
gonna.
with that. You might get fed a line of BS, but
Hey, as long as they say it with a straight face, I don't.
Yeah, they're
Right,
fishermen,
right?
right? They're telling
Right.
fish stories
I
the
don't
whole
care.
time. So
yeah. I mean, if you get McAllister in here, he's going to rant on about something that none of us even understand, but it's going to be awesome. So it's another cool thing to help promote the anglers. At the beginning of it, we said that we want to help the anglers showcase their abilities and
their sponsors too.
Their sponsors, build brands around
right.
yourselves, and
As long as they're not a competing tackle sponsor. I'm just kidding. I get it.
no, you're not.
fine print red.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
get
in
it.
there.
I
It's
get
in
it.
there.
It's a big world. There's a big market out there. I'm not bashful. I get it.
Yeah. If you want to
But
have another
seriously, you should
competing,
shop at the Real Shot.
yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to have another competitor sponsor you, just don't win Angler of the Year. I mean, it's just that simple.
Right.
It's just that simple. So it's gonna be super cool. This tournament starting out. When was the first tournament again? May, right?
Opening weekend.
Opening weekend on a Bago system right here not far away. We're loaded up to the gills by that time with product in here.
yeah.
So if anybody is still looking for that kind of cool stuff, we can help them out with that. But it's going to be exciting. Zach and I don't have any idea what we're getting ourselves
You know
into.
what I'm really looking forward to? Because, you hunt a lot.
Oh.
Right? You're an outdoorsman.
Yep.
Zach's in the cars. But the first time they have to go film in a 30-mile-an-hour driving rain.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see them. I'm like, you guys, you're going to have to get up at like 5 in the morning to do this, right?
But that's why I was asking that question on
Driving-
cancellation. Can I, Brian, seriously, man?
Driving
it's
rain.
windy.
You do not get to make that call.
I can't wait.
Hook, Striker, please hit us up. We're going to need some of the best clothing ever to film this stuff.
I just can't wait. Right? You don't see that stuff, right?
don't.
The guys that fish these tournaments are out in that. Like, you see it a little bit if you follow the big national stuff, but you never see that on the local level. You don't see guys out there busting waves on Green Bay.
Oh, yeah,
just
you
don't
got
see that.
some of the stories you guys were telling about the waves you've encountered.
Well, August 18th, it's not going to be cold outside. I can assure you that if there's no wind, you're going to be wishing for some wind.
Right.
On Shawnee Lake. She can get stale and hot. You're going to have sweat from places you didn't know was
Oh,
sweat.
man.
Holding a camera.
Dude, I sweat, too, so I'm not excited about that one. It's like when my wife was like, I think we should get married the end of June, and you're going to wear a full tux. I'm like,
Nah.
oh, that's cool. And that's Brian. Like,
I got married June 30th. And
Oh,
it was
man.
brutal.
You look like you're on a rotisserie.
it was like
man.
100,
terrible.
190 degrees outside.
Terrible.
I still didn't lose weight that day, though.
I always get confused because I got married in air conditioning, and everyone complains about how hot it was at their wedding, and I'm just like, I just turned the air conditioning up.
We got married
Well,
in
we
the
got-
church at Heritage Hill outside.
Oh yeah,
No air
she
conditioning.
we did it outside, right? It was cool. And then we got yelled at because as we were doing the thank you line coming back in. I mean, this is off topic. I apologize, but they're yelling at us. They're like, "You're letting all the cold air out." It's like, well, yeah, duh. Get in here. It's like, and then oh man, let's not get it. That's a whole other.
What I can't wait for is your first experience of all the anglers on the water with the national anthem going.
Oh.
I get goosebumps thinking about it. We might have to change the national anthem up this year a little bit.
A little bit. Everybody's kind of heard our style.
I've been
Maybe we'll
doing
have
one
to-
acoustic guitar version at the state tournaments, and it's awesome. It's
Was it a Jimi Hendrix version? Is that No, you should
I
do
don't
that
remember
one.
who did it. It was pretty awesome.
McAllister could help us out if he's listening.
Yeah, if
watching.
he's
We
listening.
could have,
Dan,
we could
tell
have
us.
Nick from our bowstring shop. He's pretty good on the guitar.
Oh
he
yeah,
can sing
from
too.
Fix. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, nothing
Nice.
better than live, right?
yeah,
There you go.
it's pretty cool.
You just-
Jamming on the front of a boat, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Ted
every
Nugent style.
time we try to go fishing together, it ends up me going to pick him up. And Nick, if you're watching, I still like you, of course. But every time we walk into his house, it's give me 1 minute, 20 minutes of guitar playing, a little bit of singing, and then it's like, okay, we're good to go.
He's got to get in his zone.
Yeah.
Gotta get in his zone.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so did you guys have any other questions you wanted to cover? Do you have any other questions, Zach?
Right now, we've got a few questions rolling in, I think. Somebody said somebody's probably going to get a baptism on Bago this spring.
Could happen.
I'm Bago even too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Bago
man.
is a mean
Bago's
old lady.
I think Bago's worse than the Bay.
The waves are
The waves
brutal.
are so much closer together. It's
So I mean, just a silly question. Do you have to wear your a life preserver the whole time you're out there? One of those pull ones or
No.
the
Only when the big motor's running.
Oh,
Only when
okay.
you're out
you
combustion
have to wear
engine
one
is
all
running.
day.
what's that?
You have to wear one.
I'm
all
not
day.
gonna wear one of those little orange ones.
I'm gonna get you an orange one.
Well, I got
Tiger
one of
stripe
one of
or
those
something.
popular brand ones. They go around your neck.
Yeah, that's what you'll have.
That's what I have.
I got
one
you
of-
covered.
I have one of those
Oh,
already.
okay. All right,
My
all right.
ultra skiff goes about 110
Oh Jesus!
in a circle.
All right, what do you got, Zach?
Dan McAllister would like to know, will there be any guest appearances from pro angler Travis Manson to sign his
boy.
flip-flop?
Last time I talked to Travis, he told me he was gonna be here in the month of May and early June. So
There you go.
Uh-oh.
no pressure, Travis.
Kyle, are
He
you bringing
can't
beer to
pack.
each event?
There could be beer there.
Just remember, part of the rules, no beer in the boat during the tournament, right?
No drinking during the event, but not highly encouraged after, but encouraged. Get home safe.
I mean, so are there going to be concessions at these things? Can you do that? I mean, I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Afterwards.
TBD. To be determined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Who asked that?
That one there was Tyler S. I don't know how to say the last name.
The Shanimal.
Yep.
Chanley.
There you go.
Tyler, I
You
told
do
you.
know everybody, don't you?
I know everybody.
Jeez Louise, that's kind of scary.
And there has been probably about 50 names I've never heard of contact me post, just
I think it's exciting. This whole
Madness.
concept is
Yes.
exciting. That's why the second I saw it, I was like, boom, I got to get these
Get
guys.
on it. Get
I
on
got to
it.
get these guys.
You know,
been
going
madness.
back to your how cool is it with the media that the anglers' families or whomever, like you talked about, you hear the stories,
Right.
but you don't
never
unless they
see
have
it.
a GoPro on their boat, you never see it.
Never.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing too is like you talked about that. Was it yesterday? Like even if you did have a camera on the boat, the hardest part is remembering to activate the camera when you got to fish.
Right.
You know, so yeah, we're gonna hopefully be with some of these guys, or if you're bringing home a bag, we're gonna record it. Like if you're, or money or whatever you guys call it, but yeah, we're gonna record it for you, so you're gonna be able to see it live instead of just seeing a picture you holding a couple bass up. Right.
That's awesome. I love it.
Couple more.
what else is on our agenda?
Actually, real quick, we have Brian K. wondering how are we doing the weigh-ins?
Weigh-ins will be a live weigh-in. It will be just a standard bagged fish weigh-in. We'll supply everything you need. There'll be bag lines. Just anybody that's ever been to one of our Wisconsin Bass Nation tournaments that Brent and I run and the rest of the state runs it's going to be a version of that. We have a lot of equipment. We have some of the best equipment for fish care. It's going to be quick but effective and
Done right.
done right.
Awesome.
Done for the anglers,
That's awesome. How about anyone assisting with launching boats?
I was waiting for it.
There it is.
It took a while.
Who asked it?
That was Jason. Jason Stolzel?
Stozel? He asked that on the Facebook page. It's a good question. Everybody that fishes has fished alone at some point, launched their boats. I would recommend a buddy system. One thing we're doing is our registration starts at 5:30. We're going to do a meeting at 6. So it's going to give us a full hour to get everybody in the water and get everybody staged. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm going to back your boat in and park your truck for you because, to be honest, we're going to be busy with all this media stuff, getting this going. I would highly recommend a buddy system. Everybody's going to have friends there and, we'll help out and, keep traffic flowing and, we're going to do some boat checks. There's a couple events where we're going to have to get creative with our boat checks. So we may be doing them on the trailer, and then once you get in the water, we'll be doing live well checks. But getting the boats in the water is definitely a priority to do it quickly. So we're giving ourselves an hour of lead time after the meeting to do it. And you can launch before the meeting. So typically there's a good percentage of people already sitting in the water waiting when we get there to registration typically. So
Awesome. We've got another one here from Doug. Will there be a future partnership with any major bass tournament trials, such as FLW, Bass, or BPT?
that's up to them.
Yeah. We
We have visions. We have what we think this could grow to. Right now there's some tournament series out there that do not have feeder tournaments, that don't have a feeder series. So, I'm not saying that that's what we're looking to be, but if it fits and somebody's interested in working with us, we're definitely not going to turn it away.
Awesome. Let's see. Another Doug has commented, will you have any emergency on the water? I'm guessing emergency contact info in case you break down.
Right, and we will. We'll provide that to you. Both of our cell phone numbers
Awesome.
will be provided. So there's really no reason they can't get a hold of one of us
Right.
during the day.
Yeah.
And we will be on the water too with the camera boats, so we'll be accessible.
Yeah, that's the nice thing actually, to think about is if we have one or more camera boats plus the other utility boats out there, anyone should be able to get there in a timely fashion. So that's cool. That's kind of it. We have Ryoji Chang would like to know if
Yoji.
can he sell egg rolls during the events?
Absolutely.
I vote yes.
Yes.
I vote yes.
Absolutely.
I'll never say no
They're
to an egg
unbelievable.
roll.
Right. Best question all night.
All
Yeah.
night.
Yoji, them are not your egg rolls. Them are Ollie's. Do not take credit for your wife's egg rolls.
They are awesome.
Yes, we will be selling egg rolls at every event supplied by Yoji and
Awesome.
Ollie.
You're going to get a lot of my money, Oji.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Awesome. But as far as that goes, I think that's it for questions. So back to you guys.
Yeah. We talked about the last event in La Crosse, the Invitational. which kind of leads us into 2020, not getting too far ahead of ourselves. But I think we can kind of talk our vision right off the get-go for 2020, and that's a Western division.
Eastern. Right, yeah, Western, sorry.
We're East this way.
Duh.
So, yeah, hopefully 2020 we expand. If everything goes well this year, we're going to expand into a Western division and then have one big invitational.
Yep. To go back to somebody's questions, are we going to change the lakes up? To answer that, yes. The goal, the vision is to have another division on the other side of the state, or south, southwest, northwest, kind of spread the state, and give the person the option to split between divisions. Have a requirement of X amount of events. You can fish wherever, however you want. There'll be a point series in each division. So if you want to stay within your division, point series. So
It's a good vision.
So,
always looking for growth. Our schedule this year is pretty much on the east side of the state.
Yep.
It's a northeast Wisconsin trail per se, and I mean there's hundreds and hundreds of anglers, on the border, on the Minnesota border, and we're not even saying Wisco is not going to expand into Minnesota. There's Minnesota trails that come into Wisconsin and Michigan and vice versa. The borders. You get down by Illinois, that there's a lot of guys down there that fish bass. There's a lot of people from Chicago that fish bass, and there's some great fisheries down there that can get some good numbers and be competitive with each other.
Like at this point, how far do people come? How were you expecting people to come from Minnesota and Illinois and everything like that?
Fully, yep.
I sure hope so, yeah.
Well, I'm
Right.
not saying, yeah. I didn't know if they would
Yeah.
travel that far to.
I think they would.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
we know they're going to.
Yeah, I've been contacted by some people from Illinois already that, some of our sponsors are from down there. We're looking to draw from all over the place, the Midwest.
Awesome.
Well,
Cool.
anything else?
Well, I think we should get into some of the other sponsors. TRS is a big sponsor of ours, but there's a lot of other sponsors, many other sponsors that made this possible to this point. First for us starting off, Sportomotive. Kyle's got pretty close ties with Sportomotive, and they were able to help us out getting started here. Your nitro dealer right here in the valley.
Yep. Yep. Everybody that knows. Guys, the first event being in Winnicott, if you have any issues, just call up Jerry and the boys and they'll definitely take care of you. So.
And moving forward, Dirty Jigs came aboard early.
Yeah, he was another person that called me immediately almost and said, I want to be involved. So.
Right, Kurt. We were actually able to go by Kurt's shop.
Yep, last week.
And first time I've seen it, and Kyle also.
Yeah.
It's
impressive.
What an amazing facility.
What he does there.
What he does. Pretty cool.
Is awesome.
Pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Zach's got it pulled up right now.
Ah, yeah.
People
Nice.
are seeing what we're talking about.
Nice.
Next up, Fox River Rods, Fox River Lure and Rods. That they just come on board this week, actually. Available here at the Real Shot on the
Absolutely.
website and realshot.com. They have the rods. Dem Jigs out of Chicago.
Them Jigs.
He's not to compete with Dirty, and competition's good, right?
Right.
Dem Jigs, he's got awesome
If you
products.
talk to a dozen anglers, they all use a different jig.
Yep.
Yeah.
All 12 of them use something different.
But it looks exactly the same.
Well, not to them it doesn't.
I know. I'm just saying.
You're going to learn.
John,
You're going to learn.
You walk up and down our aisle for jigs and stuff. You're like that. You're like, that looks the same as the other one.
John at Dem Jigs is the mad scientist.
Okay.
If you get a chance to meet him, get to know him, he does not stop thinking, talking jigs. Dinger Custom Baits, Brian Muse, he's a good friend of mine. He, check out his website if you're looking for blanks, custom paint jobs, hooks, components, stuff for your custom baits. He's got everything you need. Bartlett Autoglass, it's two of my buddies that I went to high school with. Awesome guys right here in the valley. Autoglass company. They can do anything and everything auto glass. So
Yeah, and I think what's cool is that we have some out of
Non-endemic.
non-endemic
That's the word you
sponsors.
were looking for.
That's
Whoa.
exactly the word I
I
was
know.
looking for.
Non-endemic.
Whoa.
I'm not even going to try and say it.
He's learning.
Ziggy
That's why he's
calendar
Brian.
today,
That's why he's
huh,
Brian
Brian?
Keller.
It amazes
Well,
me.
but it's a really big deal in the tournament world to get non-endemic sponsors.
Right.
It really, really is.
Yep.
Like when you can see I don't remember what of those Bass Pro guys is running a monster wrap, and like, how did you get that? Like, is this not Rapala or whatever?
Right.
That's a really big deal to get a
Non-endemic.
non-endemic sponsors.
So, and Rock Our Shop is one of them. He's actually a used Harley dealer out of Green Bay and De Pere, actually, to be.
See, and I think
Exact.
personally, I think you guys landing sponsors like that shows that there's something really unique and really exciting about this format, right? I think that they see that as well because you don't see the other series have those sponsors.
Right. So it's really cool to have guys like him. If you need, I know a lot of guys have Harleys or motorcycles that need service. Rock's one of the best. I mean, he's known all over Wisconsin as one of the Harley guys, I guess you could say, right?
Custom bikes.
Custom bikes. He does amazing work. He's extremely detailed. So definitely check him out, rockershop.com. John at Black Label Lighting. Gonna do some work on our trailer.
Yep. John's going to pimp out our trailer for us.
You guys are all geeked out about that. That's pretty
I
cool.
am.
That's awesome.
Can't wait to flip a switch and just be like
That's
I don't need a headlamp on. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. He can do anything from your trucks to your boats. Nick Rainier said a message earlier. How can I get hooked up with some deck lighting for his boat? So, he can definitely get a hold of John Chartier, be it through Facebook or their website, and he'll hook you up.
Yeah, and one thing I just want to add, though, is those guys are right here in Appleton. So if you're local to Appleton, I do believe that his building is inside Custom Offsets.
It is.
It is. So you should be able to actually just visit their shop if you wanted to, too. Say hi and actually get to know the people that are doing the work first. So that's really awesome. Real quick, though, we have payout breakdowns 1 through 5. Is there a payout breakdown yet, or is that to be announced?
It's TBD right now. We're gonna pay out the standard one for every 5. Cash, well, not cash, checks at the ramp. We're gonna have plaques for the first, second, and third. We're gonna have some product to extend payouts. Fox River Rods has stepped up and gave us some rods for the extension of our payout. You may not get a check, but you're gonna go home with a great product. So.
And then that was actually leading great into another question, which was, will the sponsors be providing the products that will be given away during the tournament?
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, they have. Right now, we got a huge gift pack from Dirty Jigs. One we haven't got to yet is Get Bit Baits. Dan Elsner out of Green Bay. He's got some great products. He's hooked us up with a garbage bag full of stuff for everybody, and the raffles. Dem Jigs is going to be giving us some stuff, as you could see on our website or our Facebook page if you've been watching it. One of our sponsors, Audi Jewelers out of Luxembourg, they're putting a $25 gift card to the first female that signs up for an event. It's something
Just
different.
thinking about Nick's comment on that one.
Hey, if you, Jenner, whatever. So yeah, Audi Jewelers, thanks to them. And then one of our last sponsors is Tecalvi Construction.
Or home modification.
Home modifications. I knew you'd correct me. That's why I did that.
So all these sponsors, we do have a trailer, 16-foot enclosed trailer that will be dragging around all over the state. So all these sponsors will be portrayed not only on there, as well as our website. And we thank every single one of them. First female, like it says, to sign up gets a gift card from Audi Jewelers.
Sam,
How much was it again?
$25.
Nice.
So when you're up in the Sturgeon Bay, Little Sturgeon area, you can swing by right downtown Luxembourg or audijewelers.com.
Very nice.
The trailer, or anybody that has been paying attention to the Wisconsin Bass Nation, we wrapped the trailer fully. It's got an awesome design on it. It's flashy going down the road. We're going to do the same thing with this. It's not just going to be a black trailer sitting in the parking lot. All of our sponsors are going to be portrayed on it, and any potential sponsors, if you want to get involved and help out and get ground level, it's Brent and I are both really loyal guys. We're looking for people from the ground level here, and to help us and help grow with each other. So
anybody that's interested in that, what's the best way for them to contact you guys?
probably Wisco Bass through the website, Wisco Bass LLC at gmail.com is our email address. Or just get a hold of myself on Facebook, Brent, call, text, right?
So I was actually just going to shout that out. Right on the Wisco Bass website, in the sponsors page, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll actually be able to see the want to become a sponsor contact form. So you can fill out your name, your email, and then just put everything in the notes about who you are, what you represent, what you'd like to do. And that'll go right to your guys' email, and you'll be able to reply to that directly. So really simple and easy to use for everybody. That's all I got on that.
Very cool.
That's perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. That answers the
Nice
question
job, Zach.
exactly.
Zach's always on point.
Nice.
He is.
Well, cool. I think we covered a lot of the information that's out there. It's super exciting. I mean, we've been, again, 2019 has been a big year for the Real Shot. Plus, it's going to be an awesome year for you guys. So we're excited to be a part of it, and I'm sure you're excited to have us. But any other questions, Zach, that we got to cover real quick before we buzz out of here?
Yeah, I would say real quick, let's just open up the floor because we got about just under 30 people watching. So if you guys have questions, fire them off now, and we'll reply to as many as we can. And I think we should just cut it off maybe at 20 after 7:11 now. So it gives us a good 10 minutes. So we'll let them roll in.
While we're waiting, we'll eventually
You want to see this?
Yeah, grab the sweatshirt. We're gonna have some apparel. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, t-shirts.
Are you able to see that okay, Zach?
Yep.
Perfect.
So we'll have that up on the website for everybody to buy prior to the fishing season, which will be pretty exciting.
And this is the sticker that the logo that's on that
That's it.
sweatshirt. That's the sticker that
Yep, absolutely.
that they're going to get when they purchase it, and that's the one that has to be on the vehicle
Yep.
to win some of the prizes.
You will be provided one of them with your yearly membership. You will get one for the windshield of your boat, and then the second one, $10, is for the prizes, ramp prizes after the events.
So if you lose it, your dog eats it, you'll have to buy another one on the website. So when you get it in the mail, hold on to it, or just go and stick it on your driver's windshield of your boat right away so you're eligible for the Angler of the Year points. So if it's not on your boat, you're not eligible for the Angler of the Year points. So we'll have them at the events if you got to buy one, but don't forget it, especially opening weekend.
Cash only.
Nice.
All right, you got Tyler S. back again with what is going to be the biggest bag of the season?
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Man, I would like to say it's going to come from Sturgeon Bay, but Big Green is the kicker. I mean,
It is.
That's what I was going to say, too. You just don't know.
June 16th on Big Green, you could see 23, 24-pound bag. Door County, if somebody gets on that pre-spawn bite that is left, it's you could see 27, 28-pound bag. That the northern bite should still be good on the bay, so
Really depends what kind of spring we're going to have.
Well, the weather could come into play, too, especially
Right.
on the bay, right? How
Right.
far can guys run, all that kind of stuff, right? If they can't get to their, fish or whatever, so.
We got another one here from Kyle Weston. He's wondering, will the camera boats be the same people each event?
yes.
Yep.
My
That's
boat-
going to be an absolute yes.
My boat will be there at each event. Everybody pretty much knows my boat. If you don't, you will. You'll be there in the morning. Sportomotive sticker on the side of it. Brian's gonna have his.
My Ranger will be
His
there,
Ranger there.
wrapped in the Real Shot, so you can't miss it.
Awesome. Volunteer sign up. Is there going to be volunteers, and can we sign up?
That's a great
Absolutely.
question.
That's a great question. And
yeah.
we're going to need some.
Yeah. We're always looking for volunteers. We encourage it. Kids, youth groups. If you need some volunteer time, it's a great thing to do. This last year in Winnicott, we had some kids from the gun club, from the high school shooting club that came out and
Would it count as community service
Yeah.
for them?
Yeah,
Oh, that'd
absolutely.
be awesome.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
got one who
definitely.
will work with you in Winnicott.
Perfect.
He needs some before he graduates.
So yeah, if you are interested in volunteering or helping out, definitely shoot us an email.
Yeah, I was going to actually say, I think maybe a good spot for that would be over on that sponsorship page with that contact form. If you want to sponsor your time, you can just go over there and fill out that info as well. I mean, it's not tied to a business, so you just sign up through that way.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got another one from Kelly Jackson. What if someone smashes your windshield? Are we able to get a new sticker?
Yep.
Photo evidence?
$10.
Photo. Yeah.
$10.
$10.
You might. Sounds like people should just buy like 3 stickers right away just to get it over
Well, if
with.
somebody smashes your windshield, you probably got insurance.
Sure, it's on
coverage.
it. Yeah.
Well, if somebody
Throw the extra
smashes,
$10
it's going to
in
be
there.
himself because he's by himself, right?
Right.
No,
He can't
yeah.
even blame his coin.
You can't even blame
I thought I was
somebody.
taking it from maybe like
Yeah,
at a boat
some-
lamp,
some
boat
vandal or
ramp
something
or
like
something.
that,
You know.
yeah.
Kelly
that's
does
it.
go through a lot of windshields
I
a
think
year.
that was an
Oh, yeah?
inside joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure.
All right.
He's windshield breakage prone, I think.
How do you break a windshield?
You go really fast when it's really rough,
Or somebody lands on it.
or that.
That's a heck of a hook set, dude. If you're like falling backwards and landing, tiptoe and pucker.
That's right.
Nothing
Anything else there,
yet.
Zach?
Nothing.
Nothing
Nothing?
yet.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
watching.
Zach, do you have a question at all?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm just excited for it.
I think
just
Zach's
wanted to
thinking
be
about
here.
5 a.m.
I know,
30
dude.
mile an hour
Yeah.
driving rain. He's like, what did I do?
You're going to have these guys so scared it's going to be
I
flatter
do.
than piss
I
on
have a question
plate.
for you. Do you remember them being on Sundays? I thought they were Saturday tournaments.
I honestly.
All of a
I
sudden
just
now
looked at
the ball
dates.
gets dropped that they're on Sundays, dude. That's our weekend, Zach. We're done.
I don't know. I'd rather be out on the water filming people fish.
I know. I'm just
At home.
kidding around. At home, really?
I'd
It's-
rather. That's where I usually am on the weekends, though.
It's Sunday
Unless
fun
I'm
day.
fishing.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day. Hey. It's gonna be real fun.
Nothing yet.
Cool.
Anything else that we should really go over and cover? I think maybe bouncing back, just a preliminary for the media side for Matt and I really is going to be, don't be afraid of us. We're not the typical camera in your face, scary media people. We're the most laid back guys you'll probably ever meet holding cameras and trying to get on your boat. So, don't be afraid. And yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah, you're going to have experienced guys running the boats. Like Brian said, he'll be in his, I'll be in mine. We're going to be around. We're going to be seen on the water. I know one question that didn't come up
It
that
didn't. I
Brent
can't
probably
believe
owes me a steak dinner because it didn't come up.
Dang it.
Cheating. How do you control it in a singles format? How do you control it in a team format? You if people want to cheat, they're going to cheat, and the cheaters are not the people we want. We're going to be, like we said, on the water. Our presence is going to be known. We're not going to be out there spying on people, or you're going to know we're there. But if you anglers see something that is suspicious, we have right in the rules a protest. Lie detectors are going to be available. Brent's stepdad is a Green Bay police officer, so we have John Schutte, a good friend of mine, is a Outagamie County sheriff. I got friends that are state troopers, so we can definitely get it provided if needed. And
That's pretty cool.
So that means
Your
that when
head's
somebody
really
says that they almost caught a 6-pound smallmouth,
Yeah,
we can
right.
make sure that it's the truth. We've got a question from Dan McAllister. Dead fish penalties.
dead fish is a quarter pound,
Perfect.
and it cannot be weighed as big bass.
Correct. And-
Perfect. That's actually. Did we go over the big bass? I don't think we did. I don't think we covered that.
No, we didn't.
We did not.
Look
We
at that.
did not. We missed that.
We did not.
Dang it.
I was gonna mention it, but I didn't know if it got ixnayed at some
Well, there's
point.
my
so that's
question.
why-
What is big bass?
Good.
And how does it
question.
work?
Big bass is $10. Optional side pot morning of the tournament. Cash only. That is going to be 100% paid back. Cash in, cash out. It's $10 an angler should be a really good payout for big bass. So
Right.
At one point, I was talked about with the stickers. Do they have to have the stickers to be a part of Big Bass as well, or was it just a money payout?
the sticker will be for the money payout. So that's part of it for each event.
Yep.
And then
Angler of the Year.
Angler of the Year.
Oh, and that's it. Okay.
Yep.
I thought we talked about you had to have it.
Real quick, Brennan Muir has asked when can we start registering right now.
Live right now.
WiscoBass.com. Go right over there, registration and the shop. Make sure you pay your dues. We've got Eric Wilterdink wondering, are we going to affiliate with any boat bonus programs?
Yes, we are. On our website, you can see T&H Marine Atlas Awards. That one is confirmed. That one's up there. Click on the link on the website, and it'll take you, follow the directions through their website on how to sign up for that. I have messages out. I'm just waiting on confirmations from Skeeter Real Money, Triton Gold, Ranger Cup, Nitro Tournament Rewards. Unfortunately, I haven't heard anything back from Skeeter or from Phoenix, but we have every major boat manufacturer that offers some sort of, contingency program. Skeeter is a guarantee. I talked to the guys about that one. Nitro's going to happen. Triton Gold's going to happen. Them are the 3 I know. The other ones are kind of up in the air right now. So, Bass Cat. I think I forgot Bass Cat.
Yep, literally the second you said Bass Cat, Eric commented Bass
Runs
Cat.
a Bass Cat.
At the same exact time.
We're on it.
You'll be in touch.
I will send an email tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is 7:20, so if we've got nothing else to cover, I mean, are you guys comfortable?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Thank everybody for tuning in.
So if anybody after this has any questions, which way are we going to direct them? On this Facebook page, or
we should direct them to the Wisco Bass Facebook page for any questions. Obviously, official reach outs will be available on the wiscobass.com website, but I would probably say it's more personable and easier to get to if you guys just head over to the Wisco Bass Facebook page, which at the end of this video, I'm going to relink the page and the website into the description of this video, so it'll all be there for you.
Very nice. All right, well, I'm excited.
cool.
Yeah, me too.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Well, if that's everything we've got for the night, thank you guys for joining us today. This has been awesome. If you guys want to stay tuned, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, we do a live podcast right here in the studio here on our Facebook as well as trsoutdoors.com. If you want to join and watch those too, if you're interested in anything fishing, hunting, and everything else, go for it. But I think that's pretty much everything we have. So thanks, and we're going to go ahead and sign off.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Very excited.